Do this for a long time and have a good time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
That's what I say is down is a career band. You know what I mean? But it's got to be treated like a career band.
Right. And I mean now we are with it, and the problems in the past, obviously, you know, is with other projects, of course, Pantera mainly.
Right.
It was like, and we were on the same label as them, and it was kind of a conflict of it. You know, it was like, I mean, they didn't really want to push us. They didn't really care about us. It was just like, okay, you know, let Phil
Here,
and
let's
Rex
put it out.
Yeah,
and
let
that's
Phil and
it.
Rex do that
Right.
fun thing on the side. Let's get back to real business.
Because down takes too long and Pantera's not in the studio.
Right.
They're losing money.
So I mean, you
Right.
know, it's just, I mean, the way things, you know, go into place. This is just our real, you know, our real band.
I was telling Kirk the drum sounds on the new record are huge.
Yeah, he's the first thing he
so,
said.
I mean, yeah.
I used an old actual Ludwig Bonham in '78 went with a Ludwig Chrome kit. Excuse me. And when we were recording in LA, I went to this big drum warehouse and the guy had like 5 sets set up, and I hit on them and I got to that one. It's just the chrome makes it so loud. It's so much. It's a
the shells are
unique
all
sound. Yeah, it ain't a lick of wood in the thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a kid he's got right now, too.
And they reissued them. They made 100 more, and I got one of them. Thank God.
Yeah, seriously.
And so I can replicate what I did on the record live. You know?
Yeah, because the drums sound huge.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
That's Warren Riker, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
We
That's
really
all-
went for it, you know, drum sound wise.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like
It was massive in the room.
Yeah, we had a PA shooting back at me,
Yeah.
playing my drums through. We had
Mike the PA.
$40,000 in microphones sitting behind me.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Room mics
The room,
all over the place.
It was closed mic and room mic and being played back through the PA, which you heard in the room mics, and micing the PA as it came
It was
out.
really cool.
You're feeling like Kiss for a minute there.
Dude, I mean, talk about making comfortable.
Right.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
got to,
yeah.
you know, you play guitar, when your tone's right, you play better.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's-
yeah,
I mean, that's
and the
just-
guitars sound huge on the record too, but you don't,
Well, primarily, I used a Bogner head almost for the whole thing. It was so versatile. You could just, if it was something that didn't need as much bite, you just cut the gain back and you still had all the warmth.
Straight in.
Yeah, no, just plug it in.
and that's it.
I mean, I think
was
you're
it, is
right.
there tracks on I mean, there's a lot of them, there's a bunch of
Oh, there's a
guitar
bunch of
tracks,
different
yeah.
back and stuff, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we just, depending on the song, you know. I mean, we didn't set up to do, we just kind of went for different things, like how about, you know, you do 2 and I'll do 1 down the middle, or we'll each just do 1 left and right, and you know, we do the overdubs, and we always play different things. I mean, there's some songs that I play most of the stuff, some songs Pep plays most of the stuff. Depends on the style of the song, you know,
Right.
and whose style it fits better. So, you know.
Yeah, so to say the difference between down 2 and down 3 is it sounds like down 2 is a little more like just, you know, straight ahead, not a lot of different, you know,
Well, yeah,
different
a
sounds.
lot of
Down
that.
3, there's, you know,
We didn't
there's
have time
everything in
for experimenting on down 2 because
Right.
of the schedule we were on.
We put ourselves on
Right,
that schedule.
we did it on
Money in it,
purpose.
Do it.
We rented, you know, a shitload of gear, went out to Phil's barn, which we call the lair, and set all the stuff up, made a makeshift studio out of the place.
Somebody told us
And
Zeppelin
live there.
did it, so we
Right.
We're
So
like,
we lived
listen.
there, and it, you know, it's you know, a ways from reality, which is a good thing. I mean, it's way out in the woods, and you know, we literally had a TV that had like 2 channels that came in, and that was it. And then we had music to listen to.
That's
We
really
worked around the clock, you know.
28 days is, it's kind of.
That was to write it, you know, chart it, arrange it, and record it. So I mean, we would literally like
show up.
right. I mean, he would do like drums like in the morning or something, and then we'd do all the
Rest of the
guitars
day.
and everything, and then that night like arrange the one for the next day and get all the riffs together right after we had recorded all day and shit like that. And Phil would come in later at night and sing, and
That's a brutal schedule.
it was.
But
It was
a
cool
good
to do
learning
it. It was
experience,
cool to
man.
do it one time.
Yeah. It's an
Just
awesome-
say we did it.
Yeah, now you can say you did it for
Yeah,
sure.
but I mean, beyond that, it was, you know, I mean, then at this point, you know, I mean, we were all in a different place then, you know,
Yeah.
mentally, physically, spiritually, everything else. So I don't think we were working on.
Yeah, I don't want to take up too much more time, obviously, but I think that down is why it's so refreshing right now is because it's concentrated on riffs, you know, like song structure and riffs. And in my opinion, like there's not a lot of bands that are really riff oriented nowadays. Everything's really fast or whatever, but there's not that the
No,
groove, the
it's
emotion,
true.
and everything.
I mean,
Is that something you guys really? I mean, just
Oh.
sit down and decide like we're
Totally.
gonna write a riff off.
It's gotta, like, you know,
That's just that's
it's
kind
always
of
about the riff.
yeah, it's all about.
Listen,
Well, I know that you guys obviously big fans of other bands, and they're all in the studio just like crazy. But I don't understand. Is that something that you guys you're just searching for that riff and then you're just building a song.
Always
Yeah.
searching for a riff. Always, you know.
Too many bands, like you said, and it's true. So many modern bands are just content on like, you know, crunching a fucking E chord and then, you know, forever or whatever it is, or just, you know, taking one simple thing that, I mean, some of the stuff I hear, I mean, I'm not naming names, I don't even know, but some of the stuff I hear, it's just like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, this is supposed to be like Killer.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
Right.
we had some conversations.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
I don't really get that band, but
I mean, hopefully, you know, kids or just people in general will listen to our music, and then maybe it'll turn them on to maybe like Allman Brothers or
Right.
Leonard Skinner or Witchcraft, you know,
Yeah.
or something a little different, you know. And I think we do have that. We are unique in our sound, and it's real bluesy and swingy, and you know.
well, that's you'll hear bands that, you know, try to rip you guys off. So, you know, we want that down sound. There's definitely, you know, it's that heavy blues riff. You know, music is awesome. Is there any bands? I don't know, without naming names again, but there are bands out there that are doing it right, that are up and comers, that are young, that you guys hear.
Witchcraft, damn good. Trying to think.
I mean, I'm not really up
Danova
stuff.
Danova, they're from like Portland, I think.
I never heard of them.
They're really good. They were touring with Witchcraft when we saw Witchcraft.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard of it. They're good.
When we listen to like anything past 79 is like.
That's almost a cut-off point. I mean, except for like the early, you know, like Priest and Maiden, and you know, there's some stuff. But I mean, our main influences that we went back to, and you know, even though we were in the different things when we were younger, like a lot of the stuff most of the stuff that's older that I listen to now, I didn't discover until I got older.
Right.
Because I'm not satisfied with the new music. I think people are way too okay to accept mediocrity and think that it's supposed to be great because their friend at school told them it's killer, instead of going and finding something that's really good.
And being your own.
Yeah, and being unique, you know. And it's like, so I mean, for me, I mean, I later on, I got into a lot of the stuff that is my favorite stuff now.
Well, yeah, because, you know, nowadays with iTunes, you get one song. You know, that's all they're looking for, just one song, and then a band, you know, can sell tons of records and be on tour and do their thing for writing 2.5 minutes of good music.
It's true.
And instead of writing good albums, but you know, that's just an opinion thing. But the next plans, you guys are just going to tour for about a year, right?
About a year or two.
About 2 years.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, just hitting as long as it's selling and moving, and you know, we're making money and expanding our audience. And you know, we're older, so we want to pace ourselves. It's not like we're going to be on nonstop on the freaking road, you know.
We learn how to.
We have to pace ourselves over a period of time and do it right. And exactly.
A lot of
A lot of water, less booze,
20
more water.
bottles, yeah.
less booze, more water, greater gas.
It's true. But you know, so I mean, I think, you know, we want to hit all the different territories. You know, Europe and Japan. We just got back from Australia with Heaven and Hell, which is
Croatia.
been there. Hell with you.
Yeah,
I know.
The
Did you?
home of the
Yeah, you
1-inch
did.
tweeter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I'd play there again.
Totally.
Nothing
Play
against
there,
the
man.
fan.
Well, that's basically all, man. Congratulations on the new record.
Thank you so much.
That's great. Always great to see you again.
You got it,
Thank you, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
There you go.
Rob.